Hey YouTube comic community, it's Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, and welcome to Gimme the Keys. In this video series, we're going to be talking about 5 books surrounding a particular character or event that are books that you want to have in your collection. This is not a speculation video. I'm not telling you to go out and buy these because I think it's going to pop. There's some news. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to make millions of dollars. As a collector, as an honest collector, if you want to build a solid collection of comic books, this video series is specifically attuned to giving you the information to make good decisions about what books have value, what books may not have value. Specifically, these are about key issues, about particular characters, as I said, or events, or what have you. Make your own decisions, collect your way, as Two Brothers Comics likes to say, and just do what you will with the information. But we're going to talk about today is Kang the Conqueror. Now, Kang's getting a lot of press. He's been introduced kind of in the MCU via the Loki TV show. He has been slated to appear in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and we've got some books here that are specific to our friend Kang the Conqueror, because it's a little confusing, right? He's a little confusing. And this is just going to be talking about specifically first appearances. You might ask yourself, I thought the guy only had one first appearance, right? You can only appear once. Well, Kang's a little bit different, so we're going to be talking about that. Now, you may have seen this cover get a little bit of attention or press. This is Avengers number 2 with an amazing cover by Alex Ross. And what's important about this cover is that it shows each of the different variations of Kang that we have found in the Marvel Universe over time. So specifically, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about who these characters are and where their first appearances actually came from. So let's get started. Number 1 is Kang the Conqueror, the original version, the OG. Came to us in Avengers number 8. His first appearance fighting the original Avengers team, and that's where we find out about this particular character. Now, he shows up, in this iteration quite often. So the stereotypical green outfit with the purple mask, right, that we all know. This one right here, right, that we're used to seeing, that actually shows up quite often. That character shows up quite often. But what you might not be aware of is that he also showed up in Avengers number 10 as a Mortis. One of the most important things to remember about Kang is that he is a time traveler. And being a time traveler gives him the ability to actually portray different characters throughout time. And you know what? It gets a little confusing after a bit. But he shows up as a different character here as a Mortis. And that is this guy right here with the big hat, as you can tell. He's got the big purple hat. He's got to be the purple. Our third appearance in this actually predates. Figure that one out. Is Fantastic Four number 19, where he appears to us as a pharaoh named Ramatut. He had actually gone back to ancient Egypt and masqueraded as a pharaoh at one point in his journeys. And at that time, the Fantastic Four actually had a time platform. I want to say that they stole from Dr. Doom, or maybe they built themselves and Dr. Doom stole from them. I don't know. It gets kind of wonky. Yeah, lots of time, lots of stuff going on. But what's important is that they come across him as a pharaoh named Ramatut. And again, that's going to be right here. He's the little one on the bottom, right? I think that's just based on them farther back in time, in the particular timeline. So, after they come across him as Ramatut, we also see him in Avengers Annual number 2. Now here, he is called the Scarlet Centurion. And that's this guy right here, Scarlet Centurion in red. and he fights the Avengers one more time. Most of where we see Kang, honestly, usually is around the Avengers. And this is number 4. So, Avengers Annual number 2, we get the Scarlet Centurion. Now the first appearance of Kang, is that right? I'm not sure. Is this dude over here, Iron Lad, in Young Avengers number 1. Now, if you want to talk about reveals, I think that was the one that nobody actually saw. So this guy shows up, he's from the future, he's a kid, he's wearing Iron Man armor, he's calling himself Iron Lad, and we find out, in I believe issue 6, that he's actually Kang. His name is Kang. Great. And that's this guy right here on the cover with the nice little glowing circle in his chest. But he's only with us for a short period of time, and then he knows that he's going to be back. So he tries to at least do some good at some point in his career before he becomes the, you know, time, I don't know, just, you know, some crazy dude that goes through that time, trying to beat people up and take them home, which makes him a criminal. I think that's safe to say. That's all the time we got. That's it for this episode of Gimme the Keys. Thank you for clicking play on the video. Make sure you check out the other videos on the channel. We're dropping content 3 days a week. And click the subscribe button. Come back for more. Thanks.